Hello, welcome to Delta TV.
And today we are going to talk about 3 tips to playing better tug with your dog. Stay tuned. Tip number 1 is choosing the right environment for your dog. It's important not to set up your dog for failure, so choosing the correct environment for your dog is paramount for good training. If you're going to choose an environment with loads of dogs and your dog isn't very comfortable around other dogs, which is quite a common trait in Belgian Malinois with some Belgian Malinois, depends on their history or maybe their genetics. And so you don't want them to get into any problems. It's important to provide the correct environment for your dog. Also, when you're playing tug, you need to think about the surface, what you're playing tug on. Now, in some forests and wooded areas, you can get sticks and pines, conkers, or whatever on the floor. So, of course, the floor is important when you're playing tug, when your dog's biting the tug, and then they're landing on the floor. Sometimes they can get some sticks stuck in their paws, which will make it uncomfortable to play, and then they're just not going to enjoy the game. If you do that too much, they might associate the game with them being hurt, and that was just definitely not what you want to do, because you're not going to be able to incorporate it into your training properly. Also, if you're playing tug with your dog, some people might not appreciate it. They might think that it looks aggressive, even though that we know better and it's not aggressive. Some people just don't understand what tugging is about for dogs, so they might be upset with seeing that in some public areas, so you might want to be aware of that too. So that's tip number 1, be aware of the environment. Tip number 2 is for you to keep the tugging session short, and this is very important because you want to always keep your dog's motivation levels at a high degree. As soon as they start to slack and they're not hitting the tug hard and not interested, they're looking elsewhere, then put the tug away and stop the game. If you overdo it with your dog, and I've seen it with some other dogs and Delta too, when I was overdoing it when she was young, they can get bored, and then you will, just kill the drive in your dog. So tip number 2, keep the tugging sessions short. And finally, tip number 3 is to make the tugging sessions fun. And that's sometimes easier said than done, and a lot of the time it's to do with how you're feeling. And that day, if you're feeling not very fun, then you're probably going to show that to your dog, and you're not going to be getting the motivation that you require out of the tugging sessions. When you're in the actual tugging session itself, you want to be make over-exaggerated moves and not be predictable, so you want to be unpredictable, and different tempos, and also talking to your dog, looking your dog in the eye and engaging properly with your dog is all great stuff to be more fun. You might look like a bit of a goofball when you're tugging, and at the end of the day, that's what they like. They like crazy, goofy people. Not all the time, not like you have to be unhinged and unbalanced person when you're owning these sort of dogs, because that wouldn't be good either. But in tugging sessions, be a big goofball and make it as fun as you can. Good girl, come on. Stay. Yes. Babe, come a bit closer. Flat, flat. Yes.
Is she tiring you out, is she?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Out. Stay. Stay. Flat. Yes. Good girl. Out. Yes. All done. So that's that. I'm very exhausted now, and as you saw then, acting like a right goofball. There's loads of people around, and you just got to not take it too seriously and have fun. Okay, thanks a lot. Hit us up in the comment section below and let us know if there's any videos that you'd like to see or any questions about the videos that you've just watched. Thank you. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.